Hi there, happy Training Tuesday. My name is Kim Irwin. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International, and I thank you for being with me today. So, want to learn about how to hopefully reduce some of that VAT? No, I'm not saying fat, although it is fat, but it's VAT with a V as in Victor, as in visceral adipose tissue, VAT. So there is a distinction between fat and VAT. And it's basically like your belly fat, but the VAT, the visceral adipose tissue, is deep inside your abdomen and also surrounding the organs. Now that's versus subcutaneous fat, which is like when we pinch and we feel the fat, that's subcutaneous. So excuse me, what we're going to talk about is a study that was performed with, it was an 18-month study. And this article that I gathered the information from is from an organization called Medscape. And Medscape has a lot of medical news updates, articles, all with resources and references and things like that. Well, this one in particular talks about the Mediterranean diet. Now, the Mediterranean diet, I did a training on the most sustainable diets, and Mediterranean almost always comes out at the top because it's just good and healthy. And so that makes it a little bit more sustainable. It's not like you can't eat any carbohydrates or, for the rest of your life. This is something where you eat less red meat, less sugar and saturated fat, and then you add more fruits and vegetables, nuts, whole grains, things like that. You want to have shellfish and fish, seafood, a couple of times a week and reduce that processed red meat. Now, I'm not saying red meat is bad. I love red meat, and especially if it's organic or it's wild, so it's not processed, okay? But what I want to talk about is this study that they did, and they talked about, they used kind of the Mediterranean diet as the basis, but they tweaked it a little bit, and they now call this the Green Mediterranean diet. And this study has shown that it lowers the visceral adipose tissue significantly. So listen to this. The new results indicate that the Green Mediterranean diet lowered visceral fat by twice as much as the standard Mediterranean diet, 14% versus 7%. So when we're talking about wanting to get in there, and like when we say we want to lose weight, okay, losing weight's great, but you want to do it for your health. And if you can start reducing more of your visceral adipose tissue, that deep in organ, surrounding the organs in the abdomen, that's the bad stuff. Okay, so this is saying there is a way to do this. Well, what is the Green Mediterranean diet doing? Why is it successful? Number one, it's plant-based. Most of this is plant-based. What they did, let me see, there was something I wanted to tell you. Okay, so participants, make notes about this, okay? Participants in both Mediterranean diet groups, so they had some on the Mediterranean, some on the Green Mediterranean, they ate 28 grams a day of walnuts. That's about a half a cup, okay? And then I'll tell you what all of this has, how it's related. So the walnuts, and then also 100 grams per day of frozen cubes of this thing called duckweed. It's Wolfia globosa, something like that. And it's not all that noted yet, I'm sure the notoriety is going to go way up, but what it is it's a plant green shake. So think Arbonne, pea protein, pea cranberry, okay, and it just, you put our greens in there, so we're right along the same lines as that, okay. And then they also had 3 to 4 cups a day of green tea. What do we have? We have our detox tea, helps with the liver and the kidneys, and it detoxifies. It's amazing. So why did they do this? Why were those 3 ingredients important in their daily consumption? Because of something called polyphenols. So polyphenol is a very powerful antioxidant. We always hear about the antioxidants. I went to Livestrong, that website, and was just kind of researching a little bit more about the polyphenols. And what they can do, they can and have been shown to reduce heart disease, cancer, neurodegenerative, doesn't help with stuttering, neurodegenerative disease and diabetes. That was from a study at the University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center. So they show that by increasing and being consistent with that abundant polyphenol consumption helps with this. So not only is it going to help from your health standpoint, but it's also going to help from that visceral adipose tissue, the deep belly fat part. Now, when we talk about visceral fat, listen to this process. Visceral fat can come from being stressed out. Okay, so you're stressed, and when you're stressed, what's activated? Cortisol. And what does cortisol do? Cortisol triggers the storage of more visceral fat. It is like a terrible, terrible cycle. Very unhealthy. So what are we learning from this? Okay, let's step back and take a look at this. What the main messages I take from it, number one, plant-based diets, Mediterranean, incorporating these polyphenols with the walnuts, the plant-based protein powder, the greens, and 3 to 4 cups a day of green tea, okay? Put that into play, into your health, into your diet on a daily basis, okay? That falls right in line with all of the nutritional products and offerings from Arbonne, okay? So that. What else are we learning? Stress. We've got to learn how to manage stress, folks. It's dangerous. It really is truly dangerous. And you can see right here what happens. Well, it's going to activate cortisol. What is cortisol going to do? It's going to trigger your body to store more visceral fat. You're back at that visceral fat thing. So if we can manage these different areas, so manage your stress, take care of your diet, really be aware of it. And I will tell you, yes, they talk about this Wolfia globosa. It is actually the world's smallest flowering plant. It's found in I don't want to say stagnant water, but still water. And it's got amino acids, vitamins, fiber, protein, all of the goodies that are in our Arbonne products as well. So I'm really, really excited about this. That is just further verification that we're on the right track. And I say this all the time, we're coming into holiday season. We just had Thanksgiving. Everybody's kind of probably in their mind thinking, okay, I'm going to be good until Christmas. Then I'm going to really enjoy Christmas. And then I'm going to hit it hard. Okay, that's great. Let's hit it hard. Let's hit it hard. So let's make some changes. I'm right in there too. I am disgusted with myself right now. Because I know what works and I'm only partially doing it. I mean, it's all right in between here. We know that it works. We just have to commit to it. Make that decision. I am just giving you further evidence that it's important to do this for so many other reasons. Okay? So remember, green Mediterranean diet. Look it up if you want to. This article was by a woman named Ashley Lyles, Lyles. It was written December 2nd of this year. Very today. So I hope that's helpful. Remember, about a half a cup of walnuts. You can put those in a shake if you wanted to. That's really yummy. And then your plant-based shakes with greens, and then 3 to 4 cups of green tea. Incorporate those in. That was part of the study. So I hope that this is really good, encouraging information for you. I hope that you are ready to do this, to jump on the health journey. Start 2023. But if you're going to start 2023, you got to order it now. You have to have this stuff now. Go buy your walnuts. Go get the green tea. Order the green tea from me. Order the shakes. Order the greens. Even if that's all you do, imagine the changes that you will have in your health. Okay, so I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me. I will talk to you again in a week.